This is a Mercedes Sprinter van, and this recording, it's about my perspective and how it feels driving this thing. So right here is the driver perspective, and I kind of need to get used to it. From driving a few different other type of cars, I drive a Mitsubishi Pajero, I drive a Toyota RAV4, a newer model, I drive a Ford van, and I drive something else, I forgot what the other car, and of course my older cars. So now it takes me a few minutes to get used to this thing. The controls are nice, like all ergonomics is like a newer car. The brake pedal is kind of sticking out, so it's pretty wide, so you have to make sure you don't so you see it's kind of a big brake pedal. I need to pay attention to the road as well. Also, I like the display. This has a smaller radio display here, and all the air conditioner controls. The mirrors are kind of small for me. I like my Pajero with huge mirrors, like almost double the size of these mirrors. And let's see some power here. So I'm accelerating, and this pretty good power. I could say this is about 3-point-something liter engine. I don't know what's the size of the engine, but it feels that I can accelerate with confidence. But you don't need to. This is not a car for racing or for speeding. This is a service type of car, and has a huge area in the back. As you can see, this is a cargo type of van. It is meant to help you carry loads. Like if you're a delivery driver, if you're a service type of person, this is a really good car. So also the transmission kind of feels different. So let's see, coasting down. So I'm going down and see if it's catching up speed. So right now I'm catching up speed. It's going 70. The Ford I'm driving, so I have to hold the brakes here because otherwise they'll go faster and faster. Also the windows are automatic. I just press the button up and it goes by itself, which is nice. But yeah, I have to keep control on the speed and on the brakes. The van I'm driving, it kind of recognizes the downhill, and it is shifting the gears. So right here, usually the cops are waiting, hunting for people speeding. Yeah, so now I feel that I have to press the gas to re-accelerate. Yeah, the transmission is designed a little bit differently, maybe less smarter than the Ford Transit van I'm driving for work. Okay, signal as well, nice. It's regular driving stuff. Is now about the shifting gears. This is weird to most people. In order to change the gears, you just push this one. It's an electronic control transmission. But the parking is funny. The parking, when you want to park the car, you have to push this button, and you have to look at the display, at the information display right there, and you will notice when the car is in parking. So let me pull aside to show you that. Okay, and I'm going to turn to a side street here, which is a cul-de-sac. Oh, that's nice. And let me see if I can turn. And also I like this one. It has a smaller turning radius than the Ford van. The Ford is about the same type of length, But this one turns in a nicer turn, like a tighter turn. You see, cul-de-sac. I don't need that much of a turn. I don't need really much of a space for this car to turn. Maybe the turning angle is different. So that's a metro town area, Vancouver, part of the lower mainland of Vancouver. So if you look at here at the information display, right now I'm on drive. So if I want to put on drive, is drive. If I go back, so you have to go up. For me it's kind of a backwards, because if I go up, goes in reverse. For me, if I press down, it should go in reverse, but they make it different. So drive, but I went through. So neutral, reverse. It's weird. Then parking. You see, pressing the button on the right, put my car in park. Okay, so that's kind of stuff that I don't like about this car. So put in drive, then go. Also has lots of torque. I feel when I'm at a stop, the car wants to move. So if I let go of the brake, the car will move, which I don't like. It's too much torque on the transmission, on the car, while when you are at a stop or something. So if you by accident, if you let go of your brake, the car will move, and it doesn't move very slow. It moves, it does maybe 10 kilometers an hour. So I don't like that part. But otherwise, you know, it's a box, and I'm not impressed by German engineering. It used to be a good German engineering, and people used to buy German cars for status. Why? Because other cars were crappy, were not reliable, especially American cars. But now the market is changing. To me, Toyota is always leading in terms of quality and reliability and maybe comfort. So Toyota, I don't know Tesla. I see from outside the fancy cars. Honda, I never liked Honda. Honda is meant for kids, for those who love torque, love some like a fast moving car that takes off very fast and moves like a crazy, like a, I don't know, maniacs. I like Toyota because take you in a slower pace, like it's a more harmonious driving than Honda. And but this one is kind of it's a box that moves you from one point to another point, from A to B, and helps you get the job done. It's not something like oh yeah, I have a comfortable ride and it feels nice, I want to drive it every day, I want to drive this car for 500 miles a day. No, it's not like that. But it's okay, it's a good car. Okay, so that's Mercedes Sprinter van.